this episode, me and my brother will try out a Ninja Warrior course. We'll try slacklining high above the ground with the amazing Samuel Volvery, and learning how plastic trash from the ocean is turned into the strong, durable rope completing our minimalist gym rings. This is a movement-made journey. Hello! So this is my brother, Brage, and he will be joining this trip from now on, working the camera and joining as moral support, I guess. Now let's buy some basic groceries. Chicken. Why not? Good?
Okay, do you want to give us a room tour?
Well, here are the beds, kitchens.
This is where we store our luggage, where we eat, work and chill.
Didn't have to film a messy floor though, but
What you gonna do about it?
I'm gonna cut it away.
Uh-oh.
We were lucky enough to get invited to stay at Overground, a gym for parkour, Ninja Warrior, basically a huge adult playground. This is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
A game of tag.
Game of tag.
After exploring this amazing place and a great cup of coffee, we decided to go for a workout.
We're gonna do a little correction on Brage's handstand today. So Brage has been complaining about wrist pain.
Can you see that his forearms are more than 90 degrees on the floor? The reason for this is he's sort of plunging a little bit in his shoulders. So Brage is flexible enough to flex his shoulders more when he's doing a handstand. So that's basically what we want to work on with Brage, and that should also remove some of his wrist pain.
A few moments later.
Yeah, much better. And you guys can also see that this angle he had earlier is more or less gone. One of Brage's goals during this trip is to be able to do a freestanding handstand push-up. We're also going to work on his tuck plunge, as well as his currently non-existent one-arm push-up. Spoiler alert, he's gonna see great progress in the months to come. So without further ado, let's get on to the workout. Our first exercise is going to be handstand push-up tries, focusing mainly on technique. I'm working on my finger-assisted one-arm handstand push-up, where technique and balance is still challenging. Next up, we eliminate the technical part and work on wall-assisted handstand push-ups to focus more on strength gains. And after this, we work on band-assisted plunge holds, tuck plunge for Brage and straddle plunge for me. We work on collecting a certain amount of seconds and progress by increasing this from workout to workout. Ring dips are a calisthenics staple. For Brage, regular bodyweight dips are sufficient, and here you could use rubber bands to make them easier and weighted to make them more difficult, which is what we wanted to try in a rather funky way. It might look a little bit strange, but it was actually super effective. I actually decided to stick with this for the remainder of the trip. Next up is finger-assisted one-arm push-ups for Brage, while I went for the 90-degree push-up on the rings, using a similar set structure. As you probably noticed by now, these are all push exercises, and we will get back to our pull workout as well. We finish up the workout with some tricep isolation exercises, and that's the push workout we're gonna stick to for our travels.
This is no joke.
Later that evening, we met up with Ninja Josie to try out Overground's Ninja Warrior course. It was both difficult and fun, and really tiring as well. In fact, we chose to treat this as our pull workout because our upper back muscles, forearms and biceps were completely exhausted after a couple of hours. Hallelujah. Yeah, and then this happened. It wasn't all failures, and if you want to see the full video of us trying the Ninja Warrior course, the video is already available, so you can watch it after this. After a good night's sleep, I hosted a workshop in the gym with amazing people and good vibes. And then we crashed our drone. After 3 hours of teaching and handstanding, we went to the riverside with Josie and some of the other amazing guys from Overground.
Hey,
What are you doing?
trying to get water out of my hair.
The next morning we had breakfast, oatmeal as usual, and had a push workout. Yep, this is the same push workout as our previous one, and in a later episode we'll see how much we've progressed. After a nice workout, we're ready to hit the road.
Ready for road trip?
Ready for road trip. Magic.
Oh, that's where we're going.
And so our road trip begins, and our first stop is Magic Wood, where we'll be meeting up with Samuel Volvery for some highlining.
Ready to highline? Nice to see you, bro.
Awesome, cool to see you.
Yes.
Hey.
Long time.
This is my brother.
Hey,
Hi,
Brage, nice
I'm
to meet
Sam.
you.
Sam, or Samuel Volvery, is a highlining legend. Not only is he one of the best highliners in the world, he's also a pioneer in the sense that he's been there throughout the evolution of the sport, turning it into what it is today. His passion for highlining is unmatched, and while Sam is still pushing the sport, he's also educating the world in highline safety and technique through his courses, and revolutionizing safety and slackline gear through the brand Slacktivity.
Ready to roll?
Ready to roll.
And off we go to the slackline spot, where we meet up with the gang and to get our dose of daily adrenaline. Sam gives us a crash course in highlining, we buckle up and off we go. We spend a little bit of time getting used to the height and getting a sense of trust in the gear, but if there was ever any doubt, highlining is scary. It's difficult, but it's also a lot of fun. And after falling and falling some more, I finally got at least a little sense of balancing before falling again. So naturally I figured, why not try a muscle up to standing on the high line? I wasn't very successful at it, but it was at least worth a couple of tries.
Oh, nice! This is today's pool session.
After a short break, resting my forearms, I was ready to give it another go. This time, slightly more successful and slightly better balance. And then, because we apparently have a theme during this trip, this happened. Yes, it hurt. So to prevent it from happening again, I figured, why not just try a handstand? To be honest, I didn't actually expect to succeed in this, but I gave it a few shots and, I mean, it wasn't too far off. Now, fatigued in both body and mind, I pulled out the drone to have a look at someone who really knows what they're doing. I got preoccupied for a second, imagining how it feels to actually balance a handstand far above the ground on a tiny piece of webbing. And then I crashed my drone. Luckily, it survived, and so did we.
Battle scars. So how did it feel? Terrifying, difficult, and super fun.
That's more or less how I was feeling as well. It's so much fun, but so friggin' scary and tiring.
Yeah.
I mean, my lats feel like
We don't need no full session today.
oh, this is definitely today's pool workout.
Yeah.
After a well-deserved lunch break and a swim, we couldn't resist the urge of just trying to do a little bouldering at least while we're there. So we climbed a few stones before the darkness crept up on us. With bruises and pumped forearms, we call it a day and prepare for a good night's sleep before continuing our journey. Our next stop in Switzerland is Rugsau, or however you pronounce it, and
This is the reason we are in Switzerland. We are going to check out how they make the ropes completing the Minimalist Gym Rings.
we were invited to come over to Meister's main office, which is the mother company of Ocean Yarn, where I got to borrow a meeting room for a very important video call. You see, back in Norway, there's something else cooking.
It's gonna be a girl.
After receiving these amazing news, we met up with CEO Marcel Meister, who told the story about his family's generational business. Marcel was kind enough to give us a tour of their manufacturing facility, where the rope for our minimalist gym rings were in the making. But first, let's rewind and see where the material of this rope comes from. Ocean Yarn collaborates with a company called Tide that hires local people in Mexico and Thailand to collect plastics from the ocean. Plastics is shredded and shipped off to Switzerland, where it's turned into fibers that can be used to make strong and durable ropes. At Ocean Yarn's facilities, these fibers are twisted into a yarn by going through various stages of processing before it is braided into the strong and durable rope that completes our minimalist gym rings. In fact, what you're looking at now is the exact rope that will be used on our first batch. We just started shipping the minimalist gym rings and all of our other equipment. Right now we're having a launch party with a discount, so check out movementmade.com. After the rope factory, our journey continues back to Basel, where we spend our last night in Switzerland.
Looking clean, looking good. Ready to go to Romania. Just enough to finish this bob and get packing. Well, a little protein shake goes a long way.
We also had time to squeeze in one last workout before our flight to Romania. And this time, pulling strength was on the plan. I wanted to teach Brage how to do ring muscle-ups, because I was sure he had the strength. And after just a little bit of technical practice, he actually nailed it, to his own surprise. We also practiced some front levers and some core strength, but I will get more into details on our pulling session in the next episode. After rushing to the airport, we had our post-workout meal, and fueled by boiled eggs, we're ready for our next destination. It's windy.
Snowboarding is completed.
In the next episode, we go to Romania, where we'll see how all of our wooden products are made. We'll do some more training, explore, and have more fun. So check out the next episode, or check out the complete episode of our Ninja Warrior career.